Ra 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 ah ah, Roma Roma ma ga ga ooh la la. I'm so delicious. Hello and welcome to In the Zone. My guest today is an up-and-coming rapper and producer based right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. His debut album, Social Currency, is entirely self-produced and features innovative boundary-pushing production as well as guest verses from some of the best rappers in the Winnipeg scene. He's on a mission, and if he lands, he'll stick it. It's Osani.
Yeah. Bounce. Bounce. Yo, homie, I be on a mission. 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. Reps on my chest. I don't need a vest, cause I'm blessed. All I need is tech and some checks. Power and respect. Yeah, I be all Ellis with my brethrens. Lucky like it's sevens. Really, I can feel us. Big stepping like I'm Draymond. Bigger and I'm taller. Stronger and I'm swoller. Harder and I'm focused, yeah. On the block, I lucky Baka. All I heard is Baka. Baka, Baka. Your shots are too much shotters. All I fear is Allah. Prepare me for my Allahs. Forgive me for my karma. Emma, hallelujah. West to the east. I beast. I gotta eat. All I got is down ones. And my dog's gonna move if I say so. Harder than Barbados. Whoa. My son's in Jigtown. Made it out the trenches. Counting seeds. Then it's back to work. And so we fuck 'em up. In my zone, I'm once a shaking. Bacon like a lumber. Man, I'm shook. I'm like Morocco. Put a metal in like Shaba. Yo, homie, I be on a mission. 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. Reps on my chest. I don't need a vest, cause I'm blessed. All I need is tech and some checks. Power and respect. Yeah, I be on Ellis with my brethrens. Lucky like it's sevens. Really, I can feel us. Big stepping like I'm Draymond. Bigger and I'm taller. Stronger and I'm swoller. Harder and I'm focused, yeah.
All right. Osani, welcome to the zone.
What up?
Sick performance.
Thanks.
That is, we were just talking about Kendrick right before we started shooting here, and that song, you hit the 25 lighters on my dresser, yes sir.
Yeah.
I know that from Kendrick, but I was looking into it today, and it's like a big thing in hip hop. I guess you knew about this.
Oh yeah, for
I didn't
sure.
know about this.
Yeah.
Where did you first hear that bar?
I mean, yeah, I first heard it from Kendrick.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I did see it, like it is kind of everywhere in hip hop. So I thought it was like, I don't know, whenever like I freestyle to a beat, I just say it off the top of my head. It's like the first lyric that comes out. So I was like, you know what, that's sick. So I just wrote it. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Lands at a good point. I think it's a hype moment on the song. And where else? I saw like Big Crit had one with that bar. I thought when I heard you say it, I was like, I couldn't place it at first, and I'm like, I feel like this is Kid Cudi said that. He did not say it. I don't know where I thought that. But and then I was like digging into it. I'm like, okay, it was Kendrick. That's where I know it from. But what other songs were you hearing that
Oh man, it's an old school rapper. I feel like it's one of those rappers from the Bay Area that said it, that like first said it. Man, I don't want to butcher it, but I do feel like my heart of heart tells me that it was like, maybe it was DJ Quick or something, but yeah, it was definitely someone from the Bay Area that coined that term. There's who's that? There's this feature on this Big Sean song. I keep wanting to say Noah 40, but it's not Noah 40 because that's Drake's producer. Maybe it's E40. I don't know, but he's from the Bay Area and he has like crazy amount of slang. But honestly, it was originally a drug dealing reference,
Yes, that's what I learned today as well. I was looking at this. It's the lighters were like you'd empty them out to put drugs in them, so you'd have 25 on your dresser.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I don't know if it was like exactly 25 when they were making that slang, but I think he just said a lot. I think it was just like a lot of lighters, and 25 sounds like a lot, but no, when they said like 25, like it was like a drug reference, but when Migos, I think it was, they were doing an interview a long time ago with Noisy on Vice, and they're like, yo, it's everything you do is like a hustle, and like, you know, he's like, yeah, now we're just like hustling in music more than we're like hustling in the streets. And I thought that was a cool interview. And so yeah, I just like took the drug dealing reference to just like mean my music. So it was like more like not like subliminal, but it was more like just like how I interpret it. Yeah, or like how I how I use it, kind of thing. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
We're gonna get right back to this. I just realized we still have the red lights on from the performance. We should get some proper lighting in here. There we go. Are you a big drug guy?
Nah.
Were you ever?
Yeah, at one point when I was growing up, I was like pretty into drugs, and then like I got like pretty sober when I was like 16. So now I'm like 8-9 years sober now, which is like,
that's awesome.
It's pretty crazy. It's nice. It's like, man, I know, but the thing is, like, life is pretty crazy in itself. Like, life's a trippy experience, yo.
Life's a trip by itself. That's fun. Ain't no need.
Yeah.
Even just wake up every day.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Even making music, you realize that it is really like a trippy experience. Like, you know, it's just like no one even like tells you to do it. You just kind of do it. You know, like no one's like, you know, go through like high school, go through world. People have so many suggestions of what you should do. No, almost like never does anyone suggest that you should do music. You just like feel it, and it's like it's a crazy feel. And then you do it, and it's crazy. And you throw shows, and you believe in it. It's crazy. Yeah.
So when did you start making music?
I mean, like I started when I was really young. Well, like 12 or so. I watched this movie, Austin Powers Goldmember. Yeah. And it was like, there was this time where they broke out of prison, and it was like a joke scene. They were like joke rapping, Hard Knock Life. But it was like, it's, and like Mini-Me's like rapping. Yeah. And I don't know, I thought that part was like so fly for some reason.
That is hilarious. What got you into rap?
Yeah, that's like, that's sick.
Yo, I want to be like Mini-Me. Right?
Yeah, like, yo, Mini-Me looks fucking fly, yo. He had the headband on.
That's funny.
So yeah, I was just like, yo. And then my cousins told me about like the actual Jay-Z song. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, this is actually really hard. Yeah. And so I just like memorized. This is like, cause like 26 now, but it's like back. I had a VHS, so I used to wait until my mom left the house, and I would watch that VHS. I would just like the Jay-Z Hard Knock Life. My cousins gave that to me on like VHS, the music video one. So I just like rewind the VHS like over and like over again. Yeah. And it just like crapped out at some point.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was really into it.
So then, do you get into Jay-Z more from that point, or did you branch off to other artists?
Yeah, I got into Jay-Z. I got into Jay-Z a lot. Yeah. And then I looked at like the features that he had. So he did a song with like Eminem. So then I got into Eminem for a bit. And then I saw like, I looked at the credits, because I was like, also like these beats are interesting. And I seen like Kanye was producing some of the stuff. So then I got into like Kanye, and that's just like, that's just how I like, I know, just once you start looking at credits, that's how you know you're really into music. Yeah. Because you start hearing beats and you're like, oh, these beats sound similar. I wonder if the same person like did this. Yeah. And so I got really into Jay-Z, and then I think like maybe I had like a short Eminem and DMX era, and then I got really into Drake, and then pretty much after that I and then the heaviest there was ASAP Rocky and Travis Scott. I
Yeah.
was like diehard Travis Scott and ASAP Rocky for like, I feel like from 16 to like 20, so like 4 years, I was just like really into their albums. And like in my head, Rodeo by Travis Scott was like the greatest album like ever. And like nothing like even came close. Even I love Pimp a Butterfly, but I was like, at the time I was like, yo, Rodeo's crazy. And like, yeah, now it's like I just feel like, yeah, they're different albums entirely, and you can't compare either of them. Yeah.
But I knew Travis would come up at some point because I do hear a lot of that in your music, like the and like Kanye too. It's like kind of like Donda era Kanye. It sounds like to me, which I think Travis also pulled from that a lot. But yeah, just like the epic instrumentals, like synth stuff.
Yeah.
Feels and actually the there's a lot of features in this album too, and you feel kind of like Travis does that a lot, where he's like kind of like curating, like pulling the best shit from everywhere and like putting it all together. You know?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah. Who are the so I know there's Quay.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know, like just because I like, hearing his voice, like I was able to recognize that's him. But who are the other ones who's on here?
Yeah, there was Quay, there was Hera, there was CJ the Gray, who does a lot of work with Blue Bloods, and there was my friend Prairie Ocean did the guitar on the record, which was really cool. And then I'm trying to like go through the list mentally here. There's Kenny Merckx. And then there was Lucci, who's mixed a lot of like hip hop in the city. Like he did he's mixed a lot of hip hop. And then I think that's about it. Oh, and then there's Mangala. He's he raps with the lyrics. So yeah, and he has a solo project under the name Gully. So yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So there's like 7 or 8 features on there.
Who's the one on America's?
Ooh, yeah, that's CJ the Gray.
Okay,
yeah.
CJ, you fucking slap that shit. That verse is unreal.
Yeah, he did the verse, and then I hired a singer from Five Vert at the very end. Yeah, he killed it, right?
Yeah.
It was crazy verse.
Yeah, that was crazy work. I'm trying to remember the other ones now too. I mean, Quay's was sick.
Yeah.
Who was on? Is it Sirens has one? Or is Sirens just you?
No, Sirens just me. But
okay.
Yeah, my friend played the guitar on that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sirens is a great track. Sirens reminds me of like do you have a specific point of inspiration for that song? It reminds me of a song, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, there's a song called Dangerous by Schoolboy Q that I was like really inspired.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, with Kid Cudi, right?
Yeah. So
thank you. I was like, this is like, it reminded me of something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, with like just like how like the drums come in and the kind of, I don't even know how you'd call it. Like just, it's like the strong beats at the beginning and then it's like chill.
Yeah.
And it's chill and you know.
Yeah. I love that like whole build up stuff.
Sick.
Yeah. No, I love. Schoolboy Q is actually a huge inspiration of mine. His beats are crazy. Yeah, and I think his beats are DJ Daw, he produces his beats, who also did Kendrick's and a little bit of Drake's on Take Care. So yeah, I love Schoolboy Q. He's also really sick. Yeah.
Schoolboy, wait, did he drop this year?
He did. He dropped last year. Maybe even 2 years ago. Kind of. Yeah, he dropped this record called Blue Lips.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good record.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't, if I did hear it, I only heard it once, so I got to go back.
Yeah, I feel like he was explaining it. He's done the hits and made the gold and platinum records.
Yeah.
So now he's just in his like artistic era where he's just doing like art stuff.
Yeah.
which I'm like,
He's in his golf era.
yeah.
He's just playing golf every day.
Just golf and healthy living, yo. I'm here for it, yo.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you, when it's all said and done, are you golfing? Or is there anything like you would spend your time doing that's a little bit unorthodox?
I don't know if I'd be into a golf era. Maybe. It's hard to say. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Like, thing is, like, with retirement, there's so many people that just, like, absolutely hate retirement because it's not, like, building towards something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I looked up at the sky the other day and I realized, like, yeah, I'm always just going to be working towards something. Like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I don't know if, like, because I get really, like, I don't think I ever really take like full days or weeks off. Like, I don't like vacationing. I dislike it so much. So I don't know if maybe I would do golf. It would take a lot. I feel like if there's one unorthodox thing I would do, maybe it'd be like, you know, that sport where you're like roller skating down a really long hill? Like speed longboarding or some shit.
Well, on a longboard?
Yeah, maybe a longboard, yeah.
Oh, like and you have like the things in your hands, right?
Yeah.
What the hell is that called?
I don't know what it's called.
Maybe just longboarding, maybe.
Yeah.
Just like downhill longboarding.
Downhill longboarding.
Sick.
But like high intensity.
Yeah.
That's maybe.
You have to move somewhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's the only thing stopping me is if you like, it's not once you're there, that's kind of the only place you could live for that activity. Yeah. Can't go anywhere else.
It would be a lot of fun. The hard part is getting back up to the top.
Yeah.
You'd have to I don't know how you do if you're gonna make a day out of it. I don't know how you just have someone to drive you,
keep driving you up and down, yo. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man, but it looks sick. I saw it on the Red Bull channel. I was like, this is sick.
Red Bull's always up to some kooky shit. The Red Bull
crazy athletes.
Marketing.
Crazy marketing. Like every other drink is just like, yo, buy our stuff. Red Bull's just like, yo, hang gliding, yo,
jump to Earth from space.
Red Bull.
Drink Red Bull. Yeah.
No, they don't even tell you to drink it. They just sponsor these crazy athletic feats.
It's a really, really good way to do it. I heard someone told me this. I don't know if this is true, but someone told me this, that when Red Bull was starting out, they would like have people go around town and like litter Red Bulls so that people would like see them around and be like, oh, people are drinking this.
I could see that. I can see that. Marketing goes insanely deep.
Well, because they're so in on the weird ways to market, it feels like something they would have done. Like, I mean, still to this day, like there'll be like the Red Bull girls just like handing out free Red Bull at like events and stuff, which is sick.
Yeah, I was like free Red Bull.
Yeah,
it's marketing's pretty crazy. Like, yo, you know that Beatles thing where like all those like ladies were like chasing them?
Yeah,
I like read the other day that wasn't a thing. They like paid for people to chase them. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It was a marketing expense.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I was like, that's crazy. I don't know, maybe.
But it was like, I guess that makes like, because for the video, I guess that kind of makes like, they were big enough that was kind of happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the shot, they're like, we're gonna make this insane. Like,
yeah. Like, it probably happened.
Yeah.
But for music videos or for like photographs and stuff, you need to amplify that stuff. So they're just like maybe at their concerts, 3 people chase them down.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, we need to amplify.
That's like a super iconic little clip of like them like getting to their bus or whatever the fuck, and everyone's just
yeah. Right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And like, I told my mom, and she's like, because she was like from that era, she was like, oh yeah, she was like, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, damn. I was like, you're not like mind blown. She was like, I thought they were all right. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
That adds up. They weren't that good anyways.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What else? I had something I was just gonna ask you. Red Bull.
Marketing tangents.
Oh, Mark, what did you do any marketing for this record?
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, I did as much marketing as I thought that I could do because I produced the record. I like sat there on the mixing sessions, you know, I self-funded it, and I was like, yeah, and it was like, my friend kind of helped me out like near like 3/4 of the way. And so, yeah, like, we did as much marketing as we could. Like we did some music videos. We did like, we ran some ads on those clips, which was pretty cool.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, did you see those, like, getting you much? The ones you had spent money to advertise?
Yeah, yes and no. Like what it did, I feel like, is like you have the high quality material and you run ads on them, which is great. But I think like next time I have a better idea of like how I'd go about marketing with what I have. And like I think the biggest thing I learned about marketing is like it's world building. And also just like you have to like you want to be like half planned, like don't like plan something that's like manageable, really easy to just do like a lot of really quickly. And what it does is like it spreads general awareness. So yeah, if you have like general awareness, then you funnel it down to your like mid-level fans, and then your like low tier fans, or like the bottom of the funnel fans, which will be people that really want to buy your merch and buy your product. And so, yeah, ideally the high quality and running discovery ads was going to like, yeah, get to the bottom of the funnel. But I think what I would rather like, it did work in the sense of like, I learned a lot from it. It didn't work in the sense of, did I find my market? Not necessarily yet. But yeah, so now it's like, yeah, now what I would do is I would do like, yeah, just a lot more short form. And I would probably, yeah, just run a little bit more discovery ad money behind it. So it was a learning experience, which is cool.
Well, the one you had for Not a Terrorist, or you had a few, but one of the like little clips, that was what I first saw from you.
Oh, cool.
And then I was like, immediately I was like, oh shit. Like, first of all, like it looks legit.
Yeah.
Which is the number one thing I feel like as a musician, if you're promoting on Instagram and shit, like,
yeah,
you can't, if it looks amateur, like, you have like 1 second, right?
Right.
So it's like if it looks amateur, I'm not there. But immediately I was like, oh, and it's slapping. It's like $25. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Hell yeah.
And then yeah, that was before the album came out. And then yeah, listening to the album, I think it turned out great. I think it has like especially like the production. That's what I told you before, like how main reason I was like trying to get you on the show. I was just like, the bars are sick, the whole thing is dope, but like the production is the huge thing where I'm like, this is sick. And then I look at the credits and it's all self-produced. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Where do you usually start a beat?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, damn. I'm really glad you liked the production, because I was like, I tried really hard on it. Pretty much like what I do, like what I did for this record is I give myself like a kind of like a rough idea. Like I'm like, I'll do like 50 loops or 50 ideas. And then from those 50 ideas, I'll like do like loops, which are like 4 bars or 8 bars. And then once I hit that number, I'll go through them, be like which 5 or like which 10 fit. And then, yeah, from those 10, I just start like doing like, how do I want each song to like kind of, yeah, go. So it's like different enough, but also like cohesive sounding. Like what like I try to, a long time ago, I heard someone say that art is a combination of 3 things. So you have to think about like, or you don't have to, but yeah, if you can identify which 3 inspirations you're pulling from, it'll give you a clear sense of direction, especially if you're doing like a record, because you want all the songs to be cohesive, but you don't want everything to just sound the same. So you got to think about like, what's the 3 sort of like vibes, I guess. And so yeah, I have my 10 sort of tracks, and then I go through each one and I think like, what's the vibe of this one? What's the vibe of that one? Because when you're producing, you could just go like multiple directions.
Yeah.
And especially every artist for their first record, they're like, oh, I'm super inspired by reggae. I'm super inspired by funk. I'm super inspired by rap. I'm super inspired by like Indian. And then it's easy to just make like a whole like everything record. But it's like
So what were the 3 things that you identified?
I feel like the 3 things that I was really inspired by was like, I was really inspired by trap. I was really inspired by like industrial, and I was super inspired by like industrial, trap, and like and synth and like synth wave, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, I mean like rap, I guess just hip hop in general, because like I was really inspired by that Donda record a lot. It's a good record.
Yeah.
More like minimalism, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of things on the record, I do feel like it is kind of minimalist, because there's like a lot of points on the record where it's just a bass and
it's
drum.
a good. I don't think I've ever really thought of it in that sense, but you're definitely right. Like it's super stripped back, and like minimalist is a good word for it.
Yeah. So like minimalism, industrial, and like trap.
Sometimes there's some songs on that record that are very much maximalist, but like there are a lot though that are like to the point where when I heard it the first time I was like, what are we doing here? Like can we have something that's not like, can we add something? But I think what are your thoughts on that record overall?
My thoughts, man, when I was making it, like I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. But that's because you kind of like have to be like that a little bit with your own music, especially when you're like self-funding it or you're making it from scratch. Like you have to believe that it's the greatest ever. But like, looking back 4 months later, I'm like, oh yeah, I could do better, and the next record's gonna be like even better, which is cool to think about. But yeah, and I think like I did the best I could with the resources that I had. Like, like I still work part-time, like, and I do like most of the stuff like on my own, like, and it's, so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yo, imagine if I had like the money to like hire like Aaron Paris, like, like a world-class like beat maker. He did a lot of the stuff. He did the string section on Listen Up by Lil Baby, and he also did the string section for Childish Gambino. So he's like a really good like musician. I'm like, whoa, imagine like if I could work with like all these like, or like imagine if I could work with DJ Dahi, how like, or even if I were just sit in a session, like what level could my beats get to? So I was like, I'm like super duper proud of the record. And I think during the time I thought like it was the greatest thing, because it was just, I was so close to it. And once it's out there, and you can kind of let go and be like, okay, the next thing I do is going to be even better. Yeah, which is cool feeling,
Like you hit on something there about like budget, and if you had the more resources, like that's something I hear with the record where I'm like, okay, if you had like $10,000 more, this would be the best album to come out of the city all year. For sure. It's like close to that, but you're like 80% of the way there, I think. And then it's like that last bit is like it just costs money at the end of the day, like to really.
Oh yeah. It costs a little bit of like a little bit of money to get like if some of the like piano sections were just done by like a really like good pianist with like a nice grand piano, that'd be sick. Or like even the structuring for some of the songs, if it could be like, if I like had another producer in the room to like be like, oh yeah, you could add a bridge here, or like take out that section, repeat this section, would just like, because I did have one of my songs this year after the record that I'm working on for the next album, and I was like in my head so much, I was like, oh, do I add this, do I take it out? And I was like, well, I'm gonna sit down with a producer tomorrow. And so I sat down with someone, and they listened to it once. They're like, oh yeah, take out that second chorus. I was like, knew it. Yeah, I just need that like that final ear to like really get it, to that next level.
Yeah. Well, I think structurally it's sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was nothing standing out to me that was like, oh, this album or this song could use less of this or more. Like,
Yeah.
it was mostly just like the actual like mix and how things sound, you know.
Oh yeah. Yo, mixing is crazy. Yeah.
Mixing is ugh. No.
It's the word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's a
sucks.
necessary evil.
Yeah. And you did all that yourself, right?
No,
Oh.
I got my friend Lucci to do that
Oh,
one.
okay, yeah.
But I sat in a lot of the mixing sessions, which was good because, like, I think, like, with, like, kind of, like, I mean, I just kind of, I'm pretty sure I gave suggestions that, like, weren't that helpful. Like, I'd be like, yo, crank the bass up, but I'm sure he did something else. And it made the bass stand out.
Yeah.
And there was, like, a few things where it was, like, the kicks, because, like, so the drums on my record, they're like kind of gritty, but that's because I use like an MPC kind of thing. Like I use a drum machine.
Yeah.
And so, and because of that, the drums do sound kind of gritty, but also some of them sound a little bit weak. So it's like when we were like mixing, he would take out some of the kicks I had from the MPC and just put some of his like kicks from his sample libraries. And it sounded way better.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how you always start the drums, though, is with like it's an actual unit you have.
Yeah. It's kind of like what I do is it's really like you don't have to do this at all. But what I do is like I'll program a drum thing in on Logic, and then I'll find those drums on my MPC, and then I'll like do the MPC after. Because the thing is like sometimes I'm on the bus on my way to work making beats on my phone. Or like I'm always just shooting ideas, and so when I get to using the MPC, I kind of want to make sure that it's the final. Like once you print your drums in and you go through a whole day of just searching for samples, it's like you want to commit.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to go back and edit it. So I usually try to do like the digital drums to a point where I'm like, this is sick. Especially for those drum rolls, like you have to like kind of like chop it and put it like really close together.
Right.
So if you're gonna do all this work, you kind of want to make sure that you're getting the rhythms and everything really close. You print it and you commit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a time, or like you commit it? Or I'm sure this happened a few times, but where you commit and then you're like, oh, it's not there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Throughout like. Yeah, well, okay, so I mixed the record at like No Fun Studio, which was really sick. It was an amazing experience, and Riley Hill at No Fun helped me mix it, and helped me and Lucci mix it, get to like, a little bit further, and it was really cool, and it was just like maybe like a month after, I was like, oh man, like that verse that I recorded, I think I can record it better, and I kind of did, but it was like. I had to re-record and then remix, and it's like the first verse that we had already gone through a series of processing with Lucci and then a series of processing with the analog gear.
That was just like how it sounded, how it was recorded. Like you didn't change any lyrics or anything. It was just the recording.
Yeah, just the recording.
Yeah,
just the recording that I was like, oh, I could do better on the recording. Yeah, but so there's a few things where it was like, I committed, and I'm like, and even now. There's still a few things on the record that I can kind of hear, but it's so minimal that it's like, I don't know, it's like good to have mistakes.
Yeah.
Like it's really like you can't be too perfect with it. You should really like, even have you ever seen Tofu Media?
No.
It's like this YouTube channel, and he has these shorts, and he always like picking up like mistakes that are on the record. Like he's like in the background of like Ultralight Beam, you can hear someone yelling like the F word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So it's good that there's mistakes on my record. Maybe in 20, 30 years someone will listen to it and be like, oh, there's a little blip on that snare.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, cool.
The Beatles stuff is fucking full of those mistakes. There's like a site that's dedicated to just the Beatles mistakes, and it's like 20 per song. It's like some of them are like you can't unhear them. There's one song where like the tambourine is like in and out of time, and it like volume like fades in and out. It's just like in and out of being there, and also in and out of being in time. And then once you hear it, you're like, what the fuck? The song's ruined. But I think most of those things just add texture, right?
Yeah.
And it just kind of makes, like, if it's too clean, too perfect, then, you know.
Yeah. And it's also like, yeah, it's like you said, like, yeah, you're like, yo, imagine if this had a bigger budget to get there. It's like, I think the people that listen to this first record, a lot of people like who listen to it is going to be like, oh, it's so sick and it's almost there. And it gives people a chance to grow with the artist if there's a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just like having this perfect polished thing right out the gate. Yeah, you know? So, yeah.
Well, in albums, I feel like a lot of people who aren't like in the music industry don't realize this, that like a lot of these albums cost like $500,000. Like these albums get expensive at like the higher level, you know, when you're really, if you have like, for something like, okay, if you had unlimited money for your project, you would get strings in there, you would get this and that and all these session players and like, you know, putting this whole thing together, it costs money.
Oh, costs so much money because you have to pay people per diems, you got to pay yourself, pay the studio time, and then you're paying for the mixing, mastering, and then it's like, you get, it's crazy how much, and that's not even the marketing side, that's like a whole other, it's like millions of dollars. No, it costs a lot of money to make a record. It's crazy. It's expensive. Yeah.
But yeah, I think for a debut self-produced, this is a really great statement. What's your favorite track on the record?
My favorite track is How They Overlook Us. I think Kara killed the singing. Yeah. And also just like, I think like, when I made that track, like, it was like pretty emotional, like, period of my life. Like, I think just like making the album was like pretty like emotional in general, because it was like, you know, I was just kind of like, I was like, it's like when it's only you type thing, it feels really heavy, I guess. So it's just like, because you have to have like a lot of self-direction, you have to have a lot of like motivation, and you have to like, you know, generally a lot of artists have teams, but it was, when I made that track, I was just kind of like, it was very emotional time, and and I was really happy with the way it came out, because it was cool, like, to just take all those like hard feelings and putting it into something like super positive. Yeah.
What's something you want people to take away from the album?
I think just the thing that I want people to take away from the record is, do the best with what you can, you know, and like, at the end of the day, it's like, I think, different people can take different things. But for me, it was a really powerful experience making the record, because like I've been doing music for a long time, like since I was 16. Well, like discovered music when I was like 12, and then like really started trying to like learn it and try to be good at it when I was like 16. And and then when I was like 24, 25, started learning more about the industry, I guess, and how to like really like pursue it and make it like a viable career option. And I think like the hardest thing is just waiting around for people to discover you. Like, you can't wait to really be discovered. You have to like build your own thing. And I think when I was making, someone was talking to me the other day, actually, and they were saying artists are so concerned about other things that they miss the build, and the build is like the most exciting part, because when you're building, it's like you're focused on you. And he said a lot of artists get sidetracked feeling like, oh, I should be here, I should be there, why didn't I have that budget, why do I have this budget, like why didn't I get that grant, or like why didn't like that person like feel my music. And when you're focused on all these things, you're gonna get like really distracted, and you're not gonna be able to like really give yourself and your music the best energy. And so I think this record was just for me, this record was like a proof of concept. Like, okay, I can do one, I did one, and I can do another one. And so I think people should just take away from it like yeah, do yourself and like, you know, don't wait. Just do the best you can with what you have, and good things will happen.
I think so too.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, a friend who said something similar. He was like, he's not a musician or anything, but he's talking about like in his industry. He's like, I find like the people who are the most successful are just the people who just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like it's not about like what, okay, like I need this, I need that, or like studying. I'm not prepared. Like the minimum viable product, get it out there, like do it, and then you iterate and you get better. You know.
Yeah. And I think music's really hard because it's like you put a lot into it, and it's when it's not received the same way, it's really easy to get like down on yourself. But yeah, you just got to push past that and be like, yeah, just do it. Yeah.
As I do with this podcast, I feel like I had more of a block with music because I like care so much about it. And like, okay, I have this song that's good. Like if I'm releasing it, it needs to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
And then with this podcast, I was just like, okay, well, I'm not like, I don't have my reputation at all built on the fact that I do a podcast. I'm just going to do a podcast and it's going to be shit. And then it's going to be not shit. Like you just make it a little bit better. You know, you learn as you go.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. And you'll have some of your guests from the first episodes. You'll have them like 10, 15 years down the line potentially. And like, you know, and then you can see how they're growing and how you're growing, and it's sick, you know? Yeah. No, you can't really wait. You just gotta do it. Cause if you wait, you're just going to be waiting for so like, there's no perfect time to do anything. There's always going to be something wrong. Problems are always going to happen. And that's actually what I realized about music too, is like, cause music is a small business, and I think with music, with a small business, things never get less stressful. They just get more stressful as your business grows. So if you're stressed out at the beginning, it's like, well,
that's right. At the very beginning, there's like no stakes.
There's no stakes. It gets stressful. Like, like if your record was like, you know, supporting people's families and lives, like I'm sure you'd be under way more pressure. There's a reason why Justin Bieber's crashing out every like 3 minutes. Just shit's stressful, yo. Yeah, it's hard.
Do you think if there's a future where you become an insanely successful rapper performer, do you actually want that?
Do I want that? No, I don't want to be at Justin Bieber level. Yeah, no, the thing is like I think the upper echelons of music is very, very crazy. And like, I think, there's like a lot of people like, I think, like getting to just like the upper echelons of music, I think there's probably a lot of sharks and just like a lot of like crazy people, because thing is like I feel like I had to be a little bit crazy to like make and produce my record, and that was at a very small scale. And so I'm like, how crazy do you have to be at like an even higher level? And so I think in a world like, in the perfect world, I would like just like make like the niche kind of rap music that I would make, and I would have like you know, I'd do like 300 capacity rooms, like 300 to 400 capacity globally. And that would be like, to like work toward like 300 to 400 hard ticket sales. That's like really hard to accomplish. But I would like, you know, I'd love to work my way towards that. And that would be like, for me, that would be like, wow, I built something.
I think you're like, for all musicians, that like probably should be about what you're aiming for, because higher than that it gets just fucked. And that is enough for like, you can build a successful career like financially, like you're good if you can touch down in any city in North America and sell 300 tickets, like you'll be good. So, and you can go to the store in that city and no one's gonna know who the hell you are.
Right.
But the 300 people who come to your show, they know who you are.
And that'd be like that'd be a great life, I think. To a degree. I don't know, I'm not there yet, but Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. You get like freedom to a sense, because like, yeah, you know, like especially too, like if you're really dependent, like the thing is, someone's telling me the world of pop radio is very unforgiving. Like you could be really really hot in the pop world for like, you know, one moment you could be really hot, and then your label could just like drop you, and then all of a sudden you're going from like, you know, huge stages to like, you know, like a kitchen job or something. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's like, man, that's really hard mentally to handle.
Yeah.
To go from like and versus like, you know, when you're kind of like building something, building your niche, building your audience, that's like an audience that'll stay with you for your lifetime.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like Katy Perry still is doing pretty good, I think,
Yeah.
but she hasn't had a hit in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's because she doesn't actually write songs, or I think she writes some songs, but
Yeah.
she never didn't write any of her hits. And so she's like relying on like her label basically to like provide the song. And then,
Yeah.
and then she'll do a great job of doing the song, but she doesn't actually write it. If you can manage to build it independently from the ground up and have control over it, and even if it's like a small crowd you're building, like that's your crowd.
Yeah.
And it's your thing, you know.
Yeah, it's your thing. And also, yeah, you know, you just, yeah, it gives you so much more freedom, because your crowd, generally, if you've built that crowd, you could switch up and do something really, you could like be like, you know
True.
what, I'm gonna go into funk, and your diehard audience will probably be like, yo, best funk record ever.
Yeah.
It's so sick to see him go from
Yeah.
hardcore rap to funk. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be very forgiving.
Where would you go if you're not following a like what's your trajectory like, you think?
For music, like
Yeah.
like in what sense?
Like genre wise.
Genre wise. Yeah, so like this next project that I want to do is kind of like dub inspired, I feel like, and like 60s rock inspired, I feel like.
Ooh, cool.
Or like 80s rock, actually, because there's a lot of synth in it still.
Yeah.
But I feel like those two genres influence this next record a lot. And so I think, yeah, kind of like just going along that route. With every record, I kind of want to like take on something that's like a challenge.
Yeah.
Like my favorite thing is to like listen to new music, or like, yeah, it's just like explore new music genres and really challenge myself. So yeah, I think after this record, we'll see. I really don't know the future, but I think it'd be sick to do like a My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy record at one point. Like I'd love to do something with all the strings and like, you know, get Hans Zimmer on some shit.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the lane that I foresaw.
Yeah.
And kind of like this album feels very like cinematic. Feels like
Yeah.
it feels big.
Yeah.
You know. And it's pretty rare for a rap album to like actually feel like big in scope. I don't know, or just like the sounds sound big. I don't know how to say
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, I used Korg MS-20, which is like a synth.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's it's like a desktop synth, but it sounds really like heavy,
Sick.
which is cool.
Are you big into like fiddling with the knobs and getting the exact what you like? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like super into. So I worked at a drop-in center, Studio 393, which is at Portage Place. And I worked there I started there when I was 16. And they had room in the budget one year for new equipment. And they got a Korg MS-20 synthesizer when I was 16. And I was like the only person using it. So yeah, and there was like a while where there wasn't like a lot of people using the space. So I would just like sit down with that synthesizer for like hours upon hours and like, yeah, fiddle with the knobs and
Sick.
and like record with it. And then I got like really used to it. And yeah, when I was doing the record, it was cool to like just sit with that synth when I was like, because I got really into synthesizers, I got really into software. And then when I made this record, I went back to the community center where I worked at, and like that's where I made my record, was in Portage Place. And and it was like the synth was really dusty, so I dusted it off.
No way. That's so funny.
it was really like, it was like, damn, this is like a spiritual moment type shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, and so I used that synthesizer on the record, and it was so cool because it was just like a month. It was around this time that I made the record, so it was like December, just in Porridge Place, fiddling with the knobs and like recording it, tracking it, and then auto-tuning because it's like so old that it's not perfectly in tune.
Right.
So even when you tune it really well, it'll still do some weird stuff. So you have to like put it in the software and then auto-tune it after. And even like it's a mono synth. So when you hear synth chords on the record, like with All Dogs or something, or an arpeggiated synth, I have to do a lot of that notes individually. And then compress it down into a chord. Really hard.
Yeah, this is something I've never even considered, actually, tuning a synth, because it's analog, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
How does this? Do you know how the sound actually gets created?
In the analog world, kind of like there's this thing, like there's this oscillator, which is always kind of running. There's two kinds of synths. There's something called additive, and then there's something called subtractive. Yeah. And so, the additive one, you're just like, it's like an oscillator that's kind of going all the time. And then you're adding things to it. Like you're going to add an LFO. LFO is like a low frequency oscillator, which I guess once it hits the sine wave, it starts like warbling and stuff.
Right.
So you can shape it different ways. But yeah, mostly what I know is like the very basics. Just there's sound that's happening. And then when you turn on the oscillator, you're kind of opening up that sound. Yeah. And then when you're, then you can use, I think it's like a voltage control oscillator. And that's shaping the wave. Right. So you can make it like kind of like a square wave, sine wave. And then from there, you can pretty much just add more effects. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so trippy. Because then, so, like, what's actually... Okay, the oscillator's like creating the vibration. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Oscillating, etc.
Yeah, it's just going. It's going.
Yeah. And then, I think we need a synth scientist on the podcast at some point. Because, like, how does that actually transmit the sound? I guess through wires and whatever. It's electricity.
Yeah. Beyond what like the components in an oscillator, that's not something I know. Yeah. I just know an oscillator is oscillating.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
It's doing its job.
Frequencies are coming out of it. For sure. Yeah.
But so then like tuning it is just something I had never thought of. That like, I guess if it is old, like the oscillators aren't going exactly how they should be. Yeah. And so you need to redo it for every note, because every note is at a different frequency.
It's a little bit detuned.
It's, right. Yeah. And it's detuned at a different amount per note.
Yeah. Which is so like, it was bugging me for sure. Yeah. Yeah, each note was like a little bit, like some notes would be higher out of tune, some notes would be lower out of tune, and it's very weird.
I didn't even think of that. So I was thinking they'd all be lower, but some are higher.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I was thinking like the oscillator was like struggling to oscillate, and so it'd be like running slower, creating a lower frequency, but sometimes it'd be higher.
Yeah. Interesting. It was really, I'm not sure how that, like, just with things getting old, that's how it happens. Yeah. But it is kind of cool because, like, I guess that's why I really like the analog synths, because the older it gets, like a guitar, the older it gets, like, the more character it has, or, like, you know, like, when you have a guitar for, like, a really long time, it's like it becomes kind of your signature sound, I guess. Right. And also, like, with manufacturing now, like, some synths aren't made in the same factory that it was originally made in. I guess it's probably like the guitar world too, or like the drum world, right? Yeah. When a famous drum brand changes companies, you're like, oh, it's no longer like this kind of snare anymore. It sounds like maybe like a cheaper snare versus made back then. It sounds really good. Yeah. Yeah, so there's it's a whole world of like gear and synths and yeah, and I was really happy to use the Korg MS-20 for it. And like yeah, when I was like 16, I learned how to do everything on it. Like I'd make my 808s on it, I'd make my snares, my hi-hats.
Sick.
And I think that was actually probably the trippiest part of the record was like because I used the drum machine and I used the synths and I sound designed so much of it. It's like so it's a weird layer because you're sound designing everything, you're making sure all the drums like hit and like all the synths hit, and then you start like writing it and then you start arranging it, and you're like, whoa, this just came from like, you're like, I started at like the micro frequency and then worked my way, and now it's like this whole, and then you start your way from a cool synth lead that you auto tune, you synthesize and find the drums on your MPC, you write to it, now you have a song, and then you just do that, and now you have a record, and you're like, that one thing grew into this big thing.
Yeah.
And it's trippy. It's a weird psychedelic experience. Yeah.
That's awesome. You use any you said you had some drum samples, but do you have any like oh yeah, you had Not a Terrorist has a sample.
Kind of. Yeah. The indigenous like singers. Yeah.
What is that? Where is that from?
So yeah, I'm Cree and I'm Guyanese.
Yeah.
So I grew up in like a Cree household. So yeah, pretty much like I used to like, I still DJ, but I used to DJ a lot more, and there was this guy named PJ Vegas. So his dad is Redbone, who did the song like "Come and Get Your Love."
Oh shit,
Yeah. And so his son came to Winnipeg, and so I DJ'd for his son. And then his son was telling me about like PJ was telling me about how he created the sample library with like indigenous singers, and I was like, oh, cool. And he said, yeah, it's like you can use it to make beats. So yeah, when I made the record, actually, every song has some form of like indigenous like chant on it, whether it be like in Americas, it's the chant there is from like South America because Guyana is in South America, and then for Not Terrorist, it's like like a powwow group singing that, and that's like, you know, supposed to be like representation of my mom's side. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
and it's used really cool. It's like more in full at the beginning, and then it gets like chopped up like kind of into the beat.
Yeah,
like it's really sick.
Thanks.
Have you been to Guyana?
No, I really want to go to Guyana.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna make some time for it at some point.
Yeah,
for sure. It seems like a cool place for sure. It's crazy history there. Yeah, because it was like, so like I'm Indo-Guyanese, and like Indo-Guyanese people were there for indentured laborers, which is like pretty much just a fancy word for slavery. Because like, I read this book on South America and Guyana, and it just talks about like, how the fields where people working, like people would pass away like mid shift or whatever, and like people would, there's the Portuguese ruled, so oftentimes Portuguese would like toss money from the tallest building and watch the people fight. It was really hard. So I think if I were to ever go to Guyana, I feel comfortable with the history, but I'd want to like go there for like a purpose, to like really like maximize the time there. Yeah, and figure out as much as possible.
What's it like there now? I know absolutely nothing.
Well, so there's oil in Guyana right now. So Venezuela discovered it, and that's like it's really hard when a country finds natural resources. But I think there is a lot of like, from what I've heard, there's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of like there's like a lot of alcoholism. It's just, it's a hard place, and there is like quite a bit of poverty too. So but there, it is cool because it is like a country built on like a lot of different cultures. Like you have Indo-Caribbean, you have like, African Caribbean, and you even have like Chinese Caribbean. So Yeah, there is it's pretty cool to see the like fusion of all those cultures. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it's sick.
Have you been anywhere outside of Canada?
Not really. I've been to like Chicago once. I've mostly stayed in Canada. Like I've been to like a lot of communities and like a lot of reserves in Canada, which is really cool because I get to see like yeah, I've gotten to see like so many different ways of like life and living, and I've gotten to see like just like yeah, things like you get to see different cultures, which is really cool, and like you do realize like it is a big place and small too at the same time. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I got some notes.
Tight.
What do we hit? We hit most of things.
Sick.
Oh, I want to talk about this because this is something I was realizing. There's not a lot of rappers in Winnipeg, but there's a decent amount of rappers in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Most of these rappers are cringe.
Deadly.
Maybe not most. I want to say, but I also don't think it's Winnipeg specific. I think rap is just like a very easy genre to, if you're an amateur, to be cringe at.
Could be, yeah.
Easier than others. Like, I think you can get some boys together and make a punk song and have it not be terrible. But if you get some boys together and make a rap song, it's highly likelihood that it's terrible.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
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 Yeah, why do you think that is? If you agree.
Well, so I think like it's hard to define what rap is and what hip hop is these days. I would just think like I don't know. I think like the access to music is a lot. Like people there's a lot of people that don't do music for music like sake anymore either. Like there's like a whole wave of like I don't know, like what was it, like Brian Rich or whatever from 88 Rising and like Jake Paul had a rap beef. Like that was a long time ago, but it was like they're like, and it did get really commercialized for a second. And I think that's kind of the thing is like when a genre gets really commercialized, it like it becomes really easy for everyone to like make it. And then when there's no barrier to entry and there's not really much guidance, just like a lot of people will make it, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of YouTube tutorials on how to do it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I guess that's part of it for sure.
Yeah.
That like you can just download a beat off the internet and you get a mic and you can put out a rap song.
Yeah.
Right.
That was Young Lean.
Yeah. There's like other genres where you're needing to learn an instrument have higher barrier to entry because of that. But I don't think that takes away from rap as an art form. In fact, it might be the inverse, that like because it's so easy to do it, like you need to be exceptional to do it well.
No, it's really challenging for sure. Like and I know there's also like it's really weird because like meme culture became a thing, and then like it's like meme and rap culture also like held and it was like so weird. Like it's just like,
oh, who's that dude now? Fuck. My grandma just called me a N-word.
Oh yeah, that guy. That
Who's
guy's
that
pure
guy?
jokes. You know, Miles.
Yeah, you know Miles. Yeah.
That's pure. That's like completely satire, but that's really funny. Yeah, no, that one was super funny. That one actually made me laugh.
Yeah.
But I think there was a time where like meme culture and rap sort of like collided, and it was really hard to distinguish like who's serious, who's like just doing it for the meme. And then it's like also on top of that, some people in the meme culture like blew up. Like like Young Lean. I'm pretty sure that was kind of a meme song. I don't know if he was like necessarily serious about Ginseng Strip 2002. Maybe he was, but like he blew up past that. And Matt Ox, that was a kid that blew up, and like a lot of people just blew up really heavy in the SoundCloud era. And I think that's like, also I think people don't realize that it is kind of entertainment, and there's a lot of music that's just trying to like sell a dream, but like people don't just, a lot of people don't just go viral naturally. Like there's a lot of steps before that. But that was a dream that sold, and then everyone believed that you could just get a YouTube beat, rap on it, and you could blow up, and it created a lot of noise on the internet. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like maybe it's like that for like, I don't know, bedroom pop or something. There's probably there's probably not a lot of cringe bedroom pop, but there's probably a lot of,
because that's what I'm trying to figure out, because there's like, it's really like most like bad songs that I'll hear. I just listen to it and I'm like, okay, whatever, this is a bad song.
Yeah.
But like there's something about rap specifically where like a bad rap song is like actually makes you like, ooh, like no. It's like actively like painful to my ears.
It could be a marketing tactic.
I hate it.
It could be a marketing tactic. Depends on the artist. Like Doja Cat, when she made the song Moo, is like Moo was specifically meant to be a meme.
Right.
Yeah. Like people do that all the time. They make rap music specifically to make people cringe, and then it creates a lot of general awareness, and then it turns out the rest of their catalog might be fire.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's all dependent on the person. Yeah.
But I don't know, like I just know, is that
oh yeah,
do you get it, or is it?
Yeah, I got like 5 minutes or so.
I know. Yeah, so it's like, it's not just like one song though. I'll hear a rapper, and like I'm singing like locally, because I'm not listening to tiny rappers from fucking Memphis or whatever. Like I'm listening to tiny rappers here because I could potentially meet them and talk to them or whatever. So some are dope. I've found some dope ones like yourself, and then some I'm just like, yo, like I don't know what it is. This is just like, this is so not it. And I was thinking about, I think part of it is like this idea of like authenticity, where these rappers will be like, there's like talking about whatever, the usual rap shit, money and girls and whatever.
Yeah.
But I can tell that's like not them.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like, if the music is like already not great music, and you're also not being true to yourself about it, that's kind of where I think it tips the scales. Where I'm like, this is just straight cringe. Like there's nothing good about this.
I guess I could see that being pretty cringe. Yeah.
So I think there's a way to like be like rough around the edges in your craft and still make something that's like has some value. Yeah. You know, to me as a listener, where it's like, if you are like expressing your truth in some way, and like even if you're at the early stages of like trying to find your voice. Yeah. Heck yeah. And yeah, I think that's something you've done, is found your voice, found where it slaps, where it works. Thanks. And yeah, man, I guess we can leave it there. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I mean, just art, music. It's it's very like, you know, support your local scene. This is a sick podcast. Thanks for having me on. Like,
thanks, man. Yeah,
I was really I mean, yeah, just keep building, keep going, Don't focus on anyone. Just focus on yourself. And yeah, thanks for listening to the record, by the way. Like, I wasn't really even too sure who would hear the record. So that's sick to know that the Not Terrorist sort of video worked in getting the like Discovery fans. So that's cool. Thanks, yo.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, of course. Sure, brother. Soon. Later.
Peace.